In this tutorial, we're going to deploy a video using an ActionScript 3.0 FLV playback component. And we're going to take advantage of the full screen playback ability. So let's go to File, New, and ActionScript 3.0. Click OK, and I'll just save this as 0206. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to Window and the Components panel and just drag an FLV playback component onto the stage. And then I can exit that panel. Now let me bring up the Component Inspector. Window, Component Inspector. And I'll choose the file to load. Click here. Brings up the Content Path dialog. Click the folder icon, and there's the FLV that I want to load. And click OK. It gets the metadata, and there's the file. I want to take advantage of the full screen capability, so I need to make sure that I have a skin that does that, and skin over play seek full screen does. So that's just fine. And the skin background alpha is at 0.5, half opaque, half transparent. That sounds fine. So I'm just going to accept these settings and get out of that. Now I notice that the stage is not the right size for this, and in addition it's probably not positioned very well. Let's go make the stage the right size first. Modify, Document, and this video is 720 by 396, and click OK. So now the video is the right size, but it's still not positioned correctly in relation to the stage. What I want to do is position the upper left corner of this at the upper left corner of the stage. And I can do that by going to the Properties panel and making X0 and Y0. Just click and type in 0, click and type in 0. And now that is perfectly positioned. And I can check that out by going to the timeline and clicking here to hide that FLV playback component temporarily. And I can see that that is fitting just perfectly on the stage. I'll save and go to Publish Settings. Now the one thing that I know that I need to do here is on the HTML tab, I don't want Flash only. I want Flash only allow full screen. Because even though I have a full screen button on my controls, let me just get out of this for a moment. Even though I have this full screen button on my controls, if this is not configured in the Publish settings, that full screen button won't work. So now let's go ahead and publish. Get out of that. And here's the HTML file and the SWF that we just created. And also, by the way, a skin. So let's double click on that HTML. And there's the movie. I can pause, I can play, and let's give that full screen a try. Now you can't see the whole full screen because my screen is much larger than what I'm recording, but this is full screen. And now I'll hit Escape to get out of full screen mode. And that concludes this tutorial.